YouTube, what is crack-a-lackin'? This is your boy Noobs for the win, and this is Ultimate Hero Guides, where I tell you everything you need to know about Overwatch heroes so you can use them to your best of your ability in quick play matches or in the competitive ranked system. In this episode, we are going to be talking about MEI, the defensive hero who has, the ice beam, and it's going to be a pretty interesting video. This is the first video I've done in this format, the first Ultimate Guide video. So if you enjoyed, make sure to smash that like button down below and comment down below which heroes you would like to see next in this Ultimate Hero Guide. I already have the next video set up already, so after the second video, it'll be up to the viewers and the comment section below. And this first episode, it is MEI, like I've said, and we're going to start off with her weapon. She uses a weapon that is called the Endothermic Blaster with an ammo count of 200 with two different firing modes, primary and a secondary. We're going to go over each of those right now. The primary attack function freezes enemies within 2 seconds, has a fire rate of 25 rounds per second, a damage of 50 damage per second, and can reach just about 12 yards according to the information that I found. Now this is really useful whenever there's someone harassing your team and you manage to get behind them. You can freeze them to render them useless. They won't be able to move or anything, and you can just a strategy I like to use: you freeze them, shoot an icicle to their head. It kills most squishy targets such as Hanzo, Genji. Let's see, just any of the main squishy units. Anything like 200 HP or below, this method will take them out. Pretty easily, if I might add. So the second attack, the secondary attack, is an icicle with a fire rate of 40 rounds per second, a damage of 75 flat across all ranges, and the range is infinite. Because in this gameplay that you're seeing in the background below, you will see me, using the primary attack function to freeze people and the icicles, and it's basically a sniper, but it's also not a sniper. See, whenever you snipe with, say, Widowmaker or Ana, as soon as you pull the trigger, your projectile is going to get to wherever you're shooting at in a second. Just as soon as you pull the trigger, it's there. The icicle has travel time, so you kind of need to lead your targets with it, sort of like Hanzo's bow and arrow. So if you can line it up pretty well, it can do some massive damage. Next up, we're going to be talking about her abilities, and first up, we are going to be talking about the Ice Wall. It lasts for 4.5 seconds and recharges at 10 seconds. Now this is really good for zoning off enemies off the point. If your enemy's taking heavy fire, it's good for blocking the damage incoming to your team to help them out. Like, say you don't have a Diva or Reinhardt or a Winston. It's a pretty good replacement. It's not the best. Obviously you want a tank in all of your team compositions, but I mean, if you happen to not have a tank because your team sucks and they don't know what they're doing, the Ice Wall will help you out a lot. Another thing it is good for is whenever you're on the offense or defense, you can use the Ice Wall to block off choke points. So if you're on defense, it'll stop the enemy from pushing through the choke point, allowing you to hold on to the objective for your team. Or if you're on the offense, you can push it out just a little bit past the choke point so they can't see you or your team sneaking onto the left or right flank, thus allowing you to surprise attack them from behind. This is really useful whenever you're playing on maps such as Hanamura. It's also good on what's it called? Hollywood. It's actually pretty good on Hollywood. It's good on Route 66. It's good on most maps as long as the Ice Wall can take up the majority, if not all, of the choke point, which it does really well in Hanamura on the first point. So next up, we're going to be talking about her second ability, which is the Cryo Freeze. Cryo Freeze lasts for 4 seconds, recharges at 12 seconds, and heals your MEI character 37.5 HP per second, leaving you at about 150 out of your 250 health that MEI has. Now what this is good for is, say you don't have a healer on the spot or you're not near a med pack and you need some healing before you die. This is really good to pop. It's just an instant, bam, you're in an icicle as soon as you pop it. You'll be seeing this in the background a few times, and sometimes I don't use it as effective as I can. Sometimes I use it pretty well, and it's really good for healing, because that's its main purpose, is to heal. And it's just her survivability factor. Yeah, she has the Ice Wall, which also increases her survivability, but this Cryo Freeze is the main reason of her survivability rate, because it gives her sustained HP, it gives her sometimes you can use it as an escape route because you'll use it, and sometimes enemies will just walk away from you because they won't know what's going on. They'll just leave you alone. Other times, enemies will just sit on your ice, your cryo freeze until you break out, just to kill you. But sometimes you can even pair cryo freeze with an ice wall. So say you use cryo freeze to get away from an enemy, but they follow you. You can break out of your cryo freeze, out of a doorway, and ice wall the doorway, so it keeps them away, and you can run off to safety. Probably find a med pack if your cryo freeze didn't heal you all the way, or find a Lucio or a Mercy or a Zenyatta or whatever to heal you up the rest of the way, so you can get back into the action. Now that we have covered both her weapon and her two little abilities, now we're going to go over her ultimate, which is called the Blizzard. The Blizzard takes 1.5 seconds to cast. It has a 5-second duration, and it has a radius of 9 yards, which isn't that bad. If you throw this into most objective points, you'll be able to freeze the majority of the point. If it goes from half to 3/4 of the point, depending on where you're attacking or defending. This map is really good on, it's good on Elios. This is good to use Hollywood, Route 66, all that fun stuff. And honestly, you can use it even if you're not even trying to take a point. If you're just trying to stay alive, you can pair it up with an ice wall, throw it over the ice wall or through to the side of the ice wall. You can pair it up with a cryo freeze where you break out, throw a blizzard, try to run away, and if they're trying to chase you, they have to run through the blizzard, thus probably freezing them, and then you can get easy kills with your icicle snipes to the noggin, taking them out fairly quickly. This is really, really good. It's probably one of the best ultimates in the game, alongside Zarya's, gravity bubble, just other zoning ultimates. Those, in my opinion, are the best in the game, and this happens to be one of them, thus making it, in my opinion, one of the best ultimates in the game, making MEI one of the best well-rounded characters in Overwatch. Now, a lot of people use her, and they're like, she's alright, or they look at me and they're like, why do you like to, quote-unquote, main MEI? Because in Overwatch, I've played for about 10 hours so far. I'm not the best, but I know what I'm doing. I have all the information down. I know what I'm doing. I'm a good player. I have, solid KD and all that fun stuff. And people would look at me like, you main MEI? Quote unquote main MEI. And I'm like, yeah, because she's good, I know how to use her to her, effectiveness, and you'll see it in the video. I'm not bad with MEI. I'm good, It's my best character. So yeah. Enough with the rambling. Now we're going to get on to the good stuff, which is strategies and synergies with MEI. Now, some good strategies you can use with MEI. You can use her defensively, or if you get used to MEI and you start to get in the groove of things, like you've probably seen in the background video you're watching right now. I play MEI pretty aggressively at times. What you want to do for new MEI players, or just for new players in the game in general, always stay with your team. That is the #1 tip everybody's going to give you. Stay with your team, because if you get off on your lonesome, you can easily get double team, triple team, killed by the entire team, and it's not fun. So you want to stay with your team so you can't get picked off if you're by yourself. It's just always good to stay with your team, and you make a good defense character, so when you're with your team, you can really you're not just going to be there to be like, hi, I'm hiding behind Reinhardt's, barrier, shooting icicles at people. You can actually do some work. You can help out your team, and people will thank you for it, because it's nice to have people who know what they're doing in the game. Which, I mean, I like having people know what they're doing in the game. But I'm usually the MEI, so it doesn't really matter there. If you are more used to MEI, and if you're going to play her more aggressively, don't go too aggressive. You don't want to get too far out of your team. This is not a backline harassment character in the game, unlike Tracer or Genji or Diva. You don't want to go straight behind enemy lines. You don't want to hit a major flank just to get behind them and kill them. If you want to, you can hit a pretty big flank if you have your Blizzard ready, so you can get behind them, throw your Blizzard, and then freeze the entire enemy team for you and your teammates to wipe out the team, pick off all the kills, and Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and all that stuff. You just pick up all the kills, and it works really well. But other than that, if you're a new character, a new player in the game, just stay with your team. That's the best advice anyone will give you, to stay with your team until you get more comfortable with her. You can either stay with your team even if you are comfortable with her, or you can play a bit more aggressively to snag up a few more kills. People are not going to rely on you to get kills as Mei, but I mean, you do it because you like killing people, right? You know, just you do you. I'm just here giving you advice with the strategies. You know what I'm saying? Now we're going to talk synergy. Now, for those of you who do not know what synergy means, synergy is how well one thing works with another. So Mei works with other heroes, really well. Mainly with her ultimate. So, with her ultimate, you freeze everything in place. Literally anybody, any of the other heroes, just about, besides the support heroes, can come in and wipe out the people that you've frozen if you have to back up to heal or something, because you could easily wipe out everyone you froze by shooting icicles out their heads. But you pair it up with Soldier 76's tactical visor, you can pair it up with Genji's sword, Hanzo's dragon, you can pair it up with Junkrat's tire, you can pair it up with just about anything, honestly. Diva's explosive mech, you can pair it up with Roadhog's it's just a big machine gun that goes, just a big machine gun. You pair it up with Torbjorn's Molten Core. You could pair it up with Tracer's, well, not really so much with Tracer's Pulse Bomb. You might be able to take out half of the people you froze, because it's a pretty big radius, so you can freeze someone on two opposite ends of the radius, and your Pulse Bomb won't be able to reach both of them. So, Tracer's alright, I guess. You can use just about anyone, really. Bastion in his tank form. It just works really well. Other ways that Mei can, synergize, I'm just going to call it synergizing, with other heroes, is with her Ice Wall. Now, this is mainly important if you're playing with someone, if you to go into quick play pubs or low-ranking competitive matches where people don't have mics and you're on PlayStation, so you can't, type in your team chat. Say you're playing with friends, you're Mei, and your friend is either Torbjorn or Bastion or something like that, right? And there's a ledge. They're you can use an ice wall. You can stand on your ice wall to get up on these other vantage points, or you can use an ice wall to get up Bastion and Torbjorn up there so they can set up their turrets. And it's really interesting because people don't expect these spots. Say you're playing Hanamura, right? You're on the offense. So you walk in through the choke point. You manage to get through the choke point. You have a Reinhardt and everything. It's chill, right? You're going to look to the left corner underneath the awning or above the awning. You're there's usually a Bastion or a Torbjorn here, right? On the left building. You can use your ice wall. You can put a Bastion or a Torbjorn up top where you usually find Widowmakers and Annas, and people are never going to expect it. And then Bastion and Torbjorn will get a quick few easy kills until the other team realizes, hey, there's something up there we got to deal with, and then they might change to a Pharah or something. So it's good for a few easy kills if you put in that spot. That's just an example. There's plenty of other places you could put Bastion and Torbjorn for some surprise turret spots, but those you can find out on your own. Just it's fun discovering things on your own, and that's what you guys can do. You can figure that out. She also she has her cryo freeze ability that doesn't really synergize too well with many people because it's her own form of survivability. It's her only form of hey, I'm gonna stay alive if I use this thing. So that's really not synergizable, if that's a word. You can't really synergize too well with any other heroes with that. But your endothermic blaster, the same thing with the Blizzard. You can freeze people, allowing your teammates, literally any of your teammates, to finish the kill. Because when you freeze them, while you're freezing them, they're taking damage. So they'll literally be at half health when the time they're frozen, or if they're a tank, they'll be 3/4 health. And you can have any of your teammates finish off these people. Say you just need to get a quick freeze and then dart off somewhere to, ice wall to help out your team. You need a cryo freeze because you're low in health, or you see a med pack, you're yo boys, I gotta get the med pack. You know what I'm saying? You gotta freeze someone before you can get over there, right? So freeze them, run away, and be yo homie, yo Hanzo man, you the kid that mains Genji all the time because he says he's good with it. There's a frozen person over here. Come get him. And I fam, then bam, you're dead. You know what I'm saying? So it works really well. You can synergize with a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? And then people who do things MEI can synergize with, you know, it's like the opposite. So say, what's his nuts? Junkrat. Trigger, like, you know, he gets someone stuck in his little trap. You can shoot an eye. It's the same as them being frozen, technically, except they can still kind of shoot at you. But if you get to the side of them or behind them, because they can't turn around when they're stuck in the little trap, shoot an icicle at their head, boom, shabamo, they're dead. You know what I'm saying? They also have, you know, people in this game, if you use them the right way, any hero can synergize with any other hero, you know, except for support heroes, because they're lame, you know? Like, they're bad. They're just bad, you know? Freaking, like, Lucio? Ugh, you know? Just stay away, you know? They can't really synergize too well. Lucio synergizes well with anyone, because at the beginning of the map, speed boost, baby, I'm out of here. Just run straight to the hard point. You know, it's just, you know, just let's break it down, you know? Like, synergizes with everybody. So, yeah, that has pretty much been it for my first ever Ultimate Hero Guide on Overwatch as the character MEI. If you enjoyed, make sure to smash the thumbs up button, letting me know that you want more of these videos. If you want a different type of guide video, like a map guide video or team building guide videos, just let me know. I had planned on doing a lot more Overwatch videos. If you've watched my update, you know that by now. And, you know, just leave some love, you know what I'm saying? This is going to be the best video I've ever made, because I mean, you probably noticed it throughout the video. It's just better than all my other videos, which is a good thing. So yeah, if you enjoyed, make sure to leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, because I make new videos. I try to make them as much as I can, you know. But yeah, just if you like Overwatch, you'll like me. You know, I'm a likable guy, so subscribe to me, please. On the road to 100 subscribers. My 100 subscriber will get a free cookie. Alright, so if you want that cookie, chocolate chip or white macadamia, you better tell your friends to subscribe and be like, yo, hold up, let me subscribe real quick. Bam, 100. Alright, you can be 101, 102, it doesn't matter. I get the free cookie. You know? Just get that free cookie, guys. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.
There's no, I don't love you, and I never did. Look at us burning down in flames for kicks, but just know I'm not singing for your ex, I'm just singing 'cause it's over. Yeah.